10-tackle game. It's the Jags and the Lions. All that and more coming up next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Now ETN to start the drive. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Opposite. Lock it. Kill. Check.
They'll run on first down. Wilkinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Here's Lawrence to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Garabay's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Garabay's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Opposite. Block it. Kill. Check.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Really, a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he will slide down with a good gain. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
Let's go.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never down for a second. They pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
He'll get this off to Swift. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They'll try to run with Swift. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points. So that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they wanted to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Lawrence under pressure. They got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Wilkinson. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Check. Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Block it. Kill.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They're going to look to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Garibay on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out right at the 35. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
Okay, ready?
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Garibay on to attempt the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Lawrence will throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Swift. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on second and long. Lawrence finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Lawrence on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, Lawrence finds Pickens out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A final shot now for Lawrence. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So this